Hi, thank you for joining me on the daily reflection for the weekend. We're going to be using the Angel Tarot cards created by Radley Valentine and Doreen Virtue. I really like this deck because they have a little bit of lightheartedness to them, kind of fun imagery between the fairies and the unicorns and the mermaids and the dragons, so as well as the angels. So we are officially in fall. Welcome to fall. What else? Meditative moment. You know, sometimes we know what we want and we look for it and we can't find it. And then we look again and we realize that maybe it is right there where we thought it was, or the way we thought we wanted it. And we just didn't see it the first time for some reason. So make sure that you're looking at situations and people and opportunities more than once. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for the things that you need to help you be a better person and more successful. So, all right. Seemed like it was a pretty short meditative moment. When that happens, I suspect that the cards will add on to it. So, let's get present here with you now and clear in my head, clear in my clairvoyance, and maybe the blessings of Supreme Being, that whatever happens during this weekend reading will benefit each of us in our spiritual growth, awareness, understanding, and personal development. So, okay. We have Justice, Archangel Raguel. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Justice is a tricky thing because even though it has a simple concept that people should be treated equally, fairly, and that you should have that expectation of being treated equally and fairly. The tricky part is everyone's perspective on what equal and fair is changes depending on where they are standing and what part of the situation they are viewing, whether they're smack dab in the middle of the situation or whether they're observing it from a distance. So while it is essential that you know your boundaries, understand your truth, and stand up for what you believe is right, it is also essential to pray and ask that you have clear perspective, or that you try to see things from several perspectives before you make a decision and before you act. Especially as we are all connected, any decision you make does affect other people. And that's not your first responsibility. Your first responsibility is to live your life in the way that is right for you and that provides you the spiritual connection to yourself and to the Supreme Being and to the God of your heart. But also know that we're all on this planet together, so take that into account. It's about perspective as well as doing what's right. And sometimes it's about letting go of what action you would consider to be just and finding a platform for discussion with the other people involved and a platform for finding compassion, and through discussion coming to a new place. So And we have the Empress, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, and nurture yourself and others. Nurture yourself and others really gonged inside my head as I said it. So this weekend, take time to really give to yourself, to have care for yourself. And again, you know, when we're looking at situations in our life where we feel we haven't been treated justly or others haven't been treated justly, sometimes the simple act of giving to yourself, nurturing yourself first, taking a time out, helps us see different perspective and makes us less reactionary so that we can act and react with equanimity, balance, clarity, those things. There's also a lot of energy with this card that's pretty exciting about having the enthusiasm for taking the next steps, for enjoying where you are right now, and just the process of creating, whether it's being creative and just doing a little project, or whether it's more of a long-term next baby step on a thing. It's just really about enjoying the enthusiasm of today and letting the rest take care of itself when it's a new day. So allow yourself the enthusiasm and the joy of being where you are in the process, even if it's in a messy step where nothing seems to make sense. Enjoy the moment. And the Ace of Fire. Exciting new opportunities, career advancement, change your life. You know, there's a lot of times where we aren't necessarily unhappy where we are. We've figured out how to make the best of it and how to find happy moments where we are. But sometimes there's an opportunity to really make changes in your life, to go even further into that happiness, to actually embrace things that are exciting and that bring you that sense of enthusiasm and joy on a day-to-day basis. So if you find yourself not necessarily unhappy, but not necessarily excited about life, look for the opportunities around you, because there's some energy building there that's ready to help you shift, ready to help you, whether it's shift into a new career, shift living spaces, shift the parts of the community that you want to be a part of. It could be a lot of little things that, excuse me, I itch inside my nose. But it's, you know, being aware of looking for the opportunities that exist around. It may come up and smack you in the face and say, hey, I'm an opportunity here for you. But it might be more subtle than that. It might just be the thoughts that you've had in succession combined with something friends say, combined with a roadside billboard, or, ooh, I never noticed that place before, kind of things all coming together in that more organic, synergistic way. So look for that and allow yourself to acknowledge that while you're not unhappy, there's room to be more happy, and that you can make those changes, and that life wants you to live it fully and not just settle for, I'm not unhappy. So those are the weekend cards. I hope you have a very blessed, joyful, healthy weekend, and that you can find the perspective to come to agreement or to know what the right actions are to take, and to nurture yourself and find the enthusiasm and the joy in this moment, and to look for those synergistic opportunities that are building around you, that you can be more than not unhappy, that you can actually be full of life and enjoying it. Take care. We'll see you next week for our daily reflection.